There, I think I fixed that. I think I fixed it. I'm trying to. There we go. I am here. It ain't working again. I have to plug this thing in and on. Okay. Anyways, I'm just really upset with this lineup because why is Weston Wilson and Buddy Kennedy playing when they absolutely suck? Because Tomcats is only batting 261 against lefties. And Cole Emerson sucks against lefties. Oh my goodness, who cares? Let them play. Now the Mitch Garver. Now, no, the only one I can maybe be okay with. No, like Mitch Garver's the only one I'm like, okay, fine. He just needs to play. But Weston Wilson and Buddy Kennedy. Weston Wilson still bats worse than Dom Canzone against lefties. And Cole Emerson, why are we babying him? Why aren't they letting him hit against lefties? Let him struggle, or better yet, send him down. And maybe see if Michael Arroyo can do it because he's already killing it in AAA. By the way, this first pitch will be brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek, use the $20 rooftop sports code and save your $20. And now, here is the pitch. And that is going to be a strike, and we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. Why do I feel the way the Mariners ownership has been rolling over the past decade? Makes me nervous for new Seahawks ownership. Yeah, pretty much. As we're at 0-1 now, the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. This game's going to be a disaster. So you are cautiously optimistic about the new ownership. I mean, they're not like Howard Schultz, I guess. The question is just let Pete and John do their thing. And the other question is which kind of personnel they're going to choose going forward after like John Schneider retired. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. That's what I want to know. And is he okay with the Lumen Field? That's what I'm concerned about. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit dated now, but it's still a fantastic stadium. I mean, the World Cup proved it. As we're at 1-2 now, the pitch way outside for a ball. 2-2. JP Crawford's actually working the count. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Low for ball 3. 3-2, the full count. And because of this atrocious lineup, and no, I'm going to still stay at 10 push-ups and 10 squats, but I'm sure certainly going to do a lot of it. As now we're at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. And low for ball 4, take your base as JP Crawford gets on base with a walk. And now that will bring up the all-star, Randy Arozarena, who really should give up his all-star spot, to be honest with you. The World Cup is in Seattle. Honestly, should have told the Kosha family that this stadium is still ready for the next several years. Don't need a new stadium now. And the question is, where are you going to put that new stadium? I mean, at best, you're going to be doing renovations, but Seattle is out of room. They're out of real estate. And the pitch, that's going to be in there for a strike. But yeah, the World Cup really should have told them that. And then where are you going to put it? Are you going to put it in Federal Way? I guess maybe put it where the Wild Waves is going to close, I guess, but not really good infrastructure there. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be 0-2. I mean, Federal Way does have a lot of land. I mean, that's what the market is, right? So, I mean, it's like, what can you really do? And majority of those proceeds are going to be going towards charitable organizations, and hopefully they're not corrupt ones like most nonprofits are. As we're at 0-2 the pitch, and now it's going to be a foul back. So yeah, I'm nervous about it going forward, so I don't really know what to expect. So I guess we'll see. As now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. As now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball. Go to second and then go to first. And that's going to be in time for the double play. And now that's going to be 2 outs already. I mean, J.P. Crawford, he worked hard just to get on base. And Randy Arozarena immediately wasted every bit of it. Cautious optimism and skepticism is what I have learned about the deal. They do have to sell their 49ers stake. Yep, that's how you're going to do it. I just hope that they're not going to sabotage the team to give the 49ers the edge, because also the son, he is a season ticket holder. So that's my red flag right there. Now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate, who really has to pick it up. And the All-Star break is definitely needed. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Just a year ago, he was competing in the home run derby. He had a 60 home run season and a very insane 60 home run season. That may never happen again. Only 9 home runs this season. The pitch, that's going to be low for a ball. I mean, even with Emerson Hancock pitching, who's been pitching very well this season, I don't think that's going to be enough for the Mariners to survive this game. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Mariners have now left 1 runner on base. As now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. That's going to be fouled again. As now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Low for a ball, 2-2. As now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And popped up. He is still fighting it off the best that he possibly can. As now it's going to be 2-2. So we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Mariners came up with nothing, obviously. What do I miss? Mariners are not World Series contenders this year, even if they make 2 or 3 trades. Therefore, I think they should keep their prospects, their starting pitchers, and build for the future. Yeah. Maybe this is kind of like a just throwaway season. Kate Anderson. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to stream that Futures game on my phone. But the question is, did they even play today? That's what I want to know. Did the Futures play today? That's what I'm really curious about. I got to figure this out. Maybe I just go on the MLB app. Yeah, it's live on NBC. Don't mortgage the future for rental players and overpriced veterans. You think it's a throwaway season? Problem is, other players are. I mean, there are other futures. AL futures is at is winning 4-1. Now the question is, did Anderson get to pitch today? That's the AL futures. Anderson was actually, I think Anderson was the starter. Cade Anderson was the starter. He only pitched 1 inning, gave up a hit. Now the pitch. Now here's good. Oh, right off the hand of Emerson Hancock. He has to hurry up to the first, and that's going to be in time. Nice play, hustling play by Emerson Hancock to throw away Yanni Diaz. But now we have to see if Emerson Hancock's okay. And look. The new owner, Vinod, he says he's the worst top VC venture capitalist just bought the Seagulls. He has a reputation of being a dirtbag money grabber. That could be a concern. And this guy named Corbin is of the, man, what does he do? He has his thing. And Corbin, he's not even answering the questions. Like, he's like, yeah, throw in the questions what you think of the ownership, or if you have any questions, but he's not even answering any of the questions on Twitter X. And I'm actually planning to go to Tacoma sometime in August too. Now they're still showing the replay just to see if Emerson Hancock is okay. It was amazing he was able to get that throw in, getting him out at the skin of the teeth, and looks like Hancock is okay. Looks like they're testing his hand or something. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field. Who's got it? And Rosarena makes the catch, and that is going to be 2 outs. In just 2 pitches, it's 2 outs. Hancock is going to remain in the game for the moment. Now I want to go over the draft picks for all the Mariners. So the first round pick was Ace Reese. He is known to be a power hitting third baseman, but he might transition to first base because his limited athleticism may not translate well to Major League Baseball to play third base. So basically like another Tyler Locklear situation. Now we're at 1-0, the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And now the pitch. And did he check swing? Did he go? Yes, he did. And that is going to be strike three. And that is going to retire the side. That was a nice, easy 1-2-3 inning. Very efficient. And now we will go into the top of the second inning. Still no score. Yeah, it's too bad that there's not really much to watch for the futures at this time because of the mostly just because like Sloan and Anderson are done for the day. Apparently, I was supposed to wake up at 9 a.m. for that. They couldn't wait until like the evening of to do it, like the evening to do it. Mariners draft picks. So in the first round, they picked Ace Reese, third baseman, Jake Brown, their outfielder, Nathan Taylor, a right-hander, Trevor Lucas, a third baseman. I mean, I wouldn't really expect much out of this class, to be honest with you. Maybe just Ace Reese at best. So Ace Reese has an explosive bat. He's a power-hitting corner infielder, probably going to be a first baseman. Jake Brown's a dynamic outfielder whose overall athleticism and tools stood out in the Mariners scouting department. Nathan Taylor, all-time strikeout leaders for the Bearcats, relies heavily on devastating multi-plane slider and features a fastball in the mid-90s. Trevor Lucas, known for his versatility and his excellent glove work, he provides a much-needed defensive depth at third base. But the question is, once you get into the third or fourth rounds or fifth rounds, you can't really expect them to be all-stars after this. Yeah, I know. Like, it makes no sense. Like, even for the East Coast fans should be upset about this. I mean, they did this an evening before, so I don't know why they're doing this now. I mean, Philadelphia, it's like 12 p.m., but you still had to wake up just to get there. So I think, yeah, the game should have been evening. What gives? Now here's Josh Naylor to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0 for Naylor. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And now we got a runner on first base. You have the home run derby at 5 p.m. Why not move the futures then? Yeah, I know. They're on separate days, but make them around the same time, though. Sadly, there's not going to be anything to watch for the home run derby and the All-Star game for Mariners fans. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Ian Seymour is the pitcher today. As we're looking at 0-1 for Mitch Garver. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. And a throwback to first. That's going to be not in time. So now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. So we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. It's going to be 3-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball 4. As Mitch Garver gets on base with a walk. Now we got a runner on first base with nobody out, but we all know how this is going to go. I'm not happy about it either because, I mean, the only good thing about it, he's a California guy, and usually Californians don't move their businesses away from Seattle. When they go to Seattle, that means they want to invest in Seattle for the time being. But at the same time, there are reasons why I don't like him, but I can't say it in public, so I'm not going to say it. Probably just expose the reason why. And also, I mean, they're 49ers minority owners. So what if it's just an inside job kind of situation? And he is known to be a cash grabbing mofo. So what if that could cut into the issues of the Seahawks and their management? Now the pitch. I mean, well, that could cut into like how they is he going to meddle in with football decisions, or is he just going to let them do what they want to do? Because you don't want like a Jerry Jones kind of situation. Mariners challenge, and that's going to be a ball, as it was initially called a strike on Cole Young. As now we're at 1 and 0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And he's not going to challenge that one. I probably wouldn't have anyway. And so now we're at 1 and 1. So we're at 1 and 1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit. And Mitch Garver is going to go to second base. And we got runners on first and second with nobody out. Now we got Victor Robles coming up to the plate, and Victor Robles has to score on this. He has to drive in runs because batters 8 and 9 are not going to do it. Trust me. Now here is to Victor Robles. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that's going to be a diving catch by the center fielder, and that's going to bring in Josh Naylor. And the Mariners now take a 1-0 lead. And I forgot that Josh Naylor was actually at first base. I forgot how he got to first base in the first place. I certainly wasn't paying attention. With the bases loaded, that definitely saved in at least 2 runs, but Mitch Garver was going to tag. Cole Young thought it was going to be going to second base, but he had to go back. So the Mariners now have a 1-0 lead, but it's going to be Weston Wilson. It's probably going to be a double play right here. I'm calling the double play. Now here's Wilson, who's batting 208. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. Weston Wilson, it was probably the only correct platoon player to play, as Weston Wilson plays right field. Now the pitch, low for a ball. That's going to be 1 and 1. Now we're at 1 and 1. Now the pitch, check swing. Did he go? He did not go. That's going to be 2 and 1. Now we're at 2 and 1. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. You say that 1-run leads are the most fragile. If the Mariners want to keep the lead and avoid the sweep, they have to figure something out for the rest of the ball game. They absolutely do. 1 run is clearly not going to be enough against this offensive heavy team. And time has been called. So now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And he jams it, popped up, but that's going to be a foul. As we're at 2-2. For Wilson, the pitch. And strike three called. Didn't even swing at it. And now that's going to be 2 outs. But Cole Young does go to second base. And you might as well just, I mean, Mariners have time to put in. Well, can't you just pinch hit? Pinch hit Emerson now. I'm saying free Colt Emerson. Now here's Kennedy. And if the Mariners get a hit, I will do 50 push-ups and 50 squats. Now the pitch. That's going to be a ball. So, yep, I will put it on my Twitter X to hold myself accountable. I'll do 50 push-ups and 50 squats if Kennedy drives in 1 run. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball, and I'm calling red light on this one. Little off topic, but I heard about this a few days ago. Rogers in Canada bought the remaining stake of in the Blue Jays ownership group a day after they shut down 6 radio stations. The pitch, and that's going to be a strike, and you knew he was not going to go for it. I mean, this is why you got to put in Colt Emerson. This is why the platoon does not work. You're wasting 2 runs. He was not the right person to put in there. At this point, you just struggle with Emerson. Now the 3-1. And ball 4, take your base. And Buddy Kennedy actually got a walk. Let's give him a slow clap. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. I will actually do 20 push-ups for that. I'm willing to do 20 push-ups and my 20 squats. As now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch to JP. It's going to be low for a ball. As now we're at 1-1 on Seymour. Oh, and Crawford. Seymour already has 43 pitches. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Here comes 2 runs coming in. Here's Garver and Cole Young. Runners on second and third, and that is going to be a 2 RBI double by J.P. Crawford, and the Mariners now take a 3-0 lead. Now with Randy Arozarena up to the plate. J.P. Crawford did not have the bases loaded, though, I think. Did he not? Oh, yes, he did. But yeah, 2 runs. It's going to be 3-0. And now in Vegas, people are putting money on the Rays to come back and win. Now here's Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. As now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. You just had to ruin it, Arozarena, didn't you? And that's going to retire the side. But the Mariners do bring in 3 runs in this inning. Yeah, I would be putting my money on the Rays to come back. They'll come back. I believe in them. You just got to think positive, Rays fans. All right, time to do my 20s. Whoa. Ah, that felt nice. Oh, with Rogers' ownership, you don't shut down 6 stations, including 2 sports stations a day after you basically bought the Blue Jays. The most likely needed to make room for a team. Whew. Well, I don't like the Blue Jays, I can tell you that. Someone's telling me that he doesn't think that Polanco and Gino are having good seasons. Are also on very bad teams. So at least being with a team that they would have been familiar with could have helped themselves and the team. And now that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and this is Cedric Mullins, and that's going to be a strike. And now it's going to be 0-2. Now the pitch, outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. As we're at 1-2, now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 3. And now we've got one away. And now we got Simpson up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be foul ball. Now we're at 1-1, the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball diving stop by Crawford or Wilson. Or who are these guys? He makes the play. It was Buddy Kennedy who made the play. Nice play by Kennedy. Nice stop. And now we got Mesa Jr. up to the plate. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball, 1-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball, 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. Ball 4, take your base, and disastrously Mesa ends up walking. Oh no, looks like they're looking at Hancock again because of his hand. I mean, and it looks like he is taken out of the game. I mean, he would be frustrated too. I mean, he is frustrated. It's that hit in the hand which has really affected his pitching. Now you got Jose Ferrer in the bullpen. And this is why anyone from Calshi would have bought in on the Rays winning this game. So now it's going to be a disastrous bullpen day. And now the Rays have all of the advantage in the world. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Well, this is not going to be good. That's all I'm going to say. And now the probabilities of, I mean, let's see where the Mariners' probabilities are. I mean, it just went down. I mean, it's safe to say that all of us Mariners fans could use the All-Star break mentally. I mean, yesterday's game literally gave me a migraine. Literally, it did. And we are back from the break. You got Emerson Hancock looking visibly frustrated. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Kennedy. Throw to first. That's going to be in time, and that's going to retire the side. Nice one pitch by Jose Ferrer. And now we're going to go into the top of the third inning. Nice 1-2-3 inning that was. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RooftopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. Commercials still going on. Good time to have some water. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Here's Cal Raleigh. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit going into the left center field. And now you got Cal Raleigh at first base. Now you got Josh Naylor up to the plate. Tacoma Rainiers will be playing at 12:05 for anyone that cares. Use that promo code Rooftop Sports. Now the pitch. Oh, inside. And I think that hit Josh Naylor, and it did. And he's going to go to first base. Now here's Mitch Garver up to the plate, who just walked previously. The pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball. Go to second, go to first, in time for the double play. But you got Cal Raleigh at third base. It was a very routine double play, probably the easiest double play of their lives. Now here's the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Now we're at 0-1. Cole Young is a 295 hitter with runners in scoring position. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2, the pitch, and fouled again. As now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. It's going to be 1-2. But Cal Raleigh remains as it was not a very good pitch. Cole Young's trying to fight this off. He would like to get in a runner, which would be really nice. Now the pitch and a swing, and that's going to be a foul ball. Still 1-2. One and two. Now the pitch, and fouled it off of his foot, off of his shin, more like. Still going to be 1-2. And just looking at the lineup's a disaster. Like, because I'm trying to lose weight, I have weight problems more than you think. We're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to right center field. It looks promising. Well, that's what happens when you put Mitch Garver. Just to think that if you put Cole Young, man, if you just put in Cole Young before Mitch Garver, it would have been 2-0 Mariners. Dan Wilson is such an idiot. Now we are back from the break. We needed even one to come across the plate considering the pitching situation. I know. But then when you put garbage lineups like that, that's what happens. Those are the consequences. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And you would think that this is going to be Jose Ferrer. No, actually, I think he should get one more inning after this if he keeps pitching efficiently. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be a foul ball. And low for a ball. Now it makes you wonder, do the Mariners, for this situation they're in, do they dare bring in Brian Wu, who hasn't pitched since Tuesday, especially with a six-man rotation? It's kind of like one of those why nots, right? Because you have Logan Gilbert, you got George Kirby, you got Brian Wu, Emerson Hancock, Luis Castillo, and Bryce Miller. I mean, you would think that they would do something like that. I think Mariners should consider using Brian Wu. But because it's the last day before the All-Star break, they're just gonna waste their bullpen. Now the pitch. And strike three called, and that is gonna be one out. Now the pitch. And that's gonna be inside for a ball. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. And now it's 2-0. The pitch. Swing and miss. That's gonna be strike one. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-2. Or that's gonna be 3-1. Excuse me. Now the pitch. And it's gonna be 3-2. Mason Eckelman has just been drafted. He has a 304 batting average with 15 doubles, 4 triples, 8 home runs. And now there's going to be a ground ball right to Kennedy, throw to first. That's going to be in time. Nice play. He's playing as a junior. And he's a catcher, left-handed catcher, or a left-handed batting catcher. Makes you interested of what these rookies are going to be all about. They're going to start in the ACL, and then they'll probably start at Modesto probably by the end of this season, depending how they do in ACL. So maybe go to an ACL Mariners game, and that's going to be in there for a strike. As we're at 0-1, now the pitch, low for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit. And now you got a man on first base. And that's going to be the first hit by Tampa Bay. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. And that hit him. Now we got Pete Woodworth coming out. And now Jose Ferrer starting to show his inefficiency. I mean, yeah, it's probably recommended that you put in Brian Wu because you have a 6-man rotation. Then what are we even doing not using Brian Wu? Because Brian Wu was probably going to be the pitcher for Friday anyway. But with a 6-man rotation, as long as they play up to their level, Mariners do have the luxury to at least use Brian Wu. Or better yet, have Luis Castillo in the bullpen, but he won't do that. Which is why they tried to piggyback. But that didn't work out. Because no one wanted that to happen. Now here's Junior Caminero. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball, and this is where things are getting very, very dangerous. Caminero, since June 1st, he has 15 home runs. Makes me want to look at the Mariners' home run leaders. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball. Mariners are sitting at 47 and 49. The home run leader is Dom Canzone for this team, batting .264. He's been having an excellent season. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. He has 15 homers. Luke Raley with 14. Julio with 14. Rosarena with 10. Crawford with 10. Cole Young with 11. Now at 2-1, and that's going to be a strike. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Now it's 2-2. Brendan Donovan still hasn't played in quite some time. They said he was going to be on a 10-day IL, but now it's basically turned into a 60 at this point. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now it's 3-2. Now the pitch. And fouled again as the runners were going. And that's going to be still 3-2. It's been slider, sinker, changeups, no fastballs. I mean, sinker's 101. Now the pitch, still a foul ball again. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. And fouled again. How long until the Mariners actually end up giving up runs to Junior Caminero? It only seems like it's only a matter of time. Caminero has 28 home runs before the All-Star break. Now it's 3-2. Now the pitch. And strike three called, and that is going to retire the side. And looks like they're challenging the call because of desperation. And that's a strike. So the Rays waste their challenge, and Jose Ferrer gets himself out of a jam. Didn't really pitch that well. That was a huge punch out. And by the way, Mariners just drafted a right-hander in Drew Whalen. Now this is where it's kind of like these kind of players have like a really small chance of making it to Major League Baseball. At least this is not eye bleeding to watch. And now we're back from the break. Seymour is still pitching. Hopefully they take him out, but I wonder if they're going to put in a right-hander or they're going to use a lefty to still neutralize the Mariners' offense. And yep, they're going to challenge that one. Yep, that was a strike, and that was an obvious one. Because now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike two. I mean, I'm banking that this is going to be a 1-2-3 inning. And I forgot to do my push-ups, didn't I? I forgot how many runners that they left on base. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. I think they left 2 runners on base, effectively. Maybe up to 3 runners. So that's going to be... It's going to be 30 of them. Now it's going to be 1-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul. He did a nice job, but he did put himself in that hole. Just to remind you. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and it's probably going to be a 1-2-3 inning with Wilson and Kennedy up to the plate. Now here is Wilson up to the plate. Now the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch, and popped up and fouled. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. That's going to be 1-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 1-2 still. Still 1-2 for Wilson. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left field, and that is gone. A home run for Weston Wilson. Absolutely shocked. His second home run of the season, and now the Mariners are up 4-0. That was just an absolute bomb, and now it is the Mariners 4 and Tampa Bay nothing. And that just got out of there in a hurry. Unbelievable home run by Weston Wilson. Absolutely shocked. That was an absolute just bomb, beautifully hit, and he knew that it was gone. And that's going to be inside for a ball to Buddy Kennedy. Weston Wilson hit a huge, massive home run. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That might get through for a base hit. That will. I think that's his first one for Buddy Kennedy. And I wonder if that's going to be an error or a base hit. What are they going to charge him for? Now here's J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now here is Crawford. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Just got in the hairline. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit. Runner could be going to third base. Could it be? Kennedy will remain at second base. Now I got Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Oh, they're going to bring him out. Seymour is done for the day. The Mariners were able to get to their starter, and now we got Sulcer coming in. And I wonder who Sulcer is. I hope he's a righty. Yes, he's a right-handed. He's a right-hander, so that means we might get Colt Emerson back. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
And now we are back from the break. We got Cole Sulcer up to the plate. So we might see some Emerson back. Now the pitch, it's going to be up high for a ball. I think Buddy Kennedy will be replaced, but he's been hitting. Oh, he hit into an error. That's what it was. And now the pitch to Rosarena. And that's going to be a strike. And yeah, that's the one you challenged, dumbass. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch, low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. Weston Wilson's home run had a 101 exit velocity. 101 mile an hour exit velocity. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. Now it's 2-2. Now the pitch, and fouled again. It's going to be 2-2. Cole Young not being an all-star is absolutely shocking. He leads the second baseman defensive runs saved of 11. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. Is that going to be deep enough? And that is gone. A 3-run home run for Randy Arozarena, and the Mariners are breaking this open to make it 7-0. That barely left the yard, and what a way to fly into to get out going to the All-Star game. A huge 3-run home run, and the Mariners now have a 7-0 lead. Absolutely needed for the Mariners. And now it's Mariners 7 and Tampa Bay nothing. Just absolutely unbelievable. And that barely left the yard, too. The El Rando Grando hitting a home run. He figured that it was going to be gone. And there was no chance for Mesa Jr. to get it. And that barely left the yard. Now the pitch to Cal Raleigh. Why don't you join the party? That is going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. unless the Mariners completely blow it. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike three. Second time in the last 10 games, Mariners have scored more than 7 runs. And that was probably against the Blue Jays last time. Randy with his weird dreadlocks. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball right to second base, throw to first in time. But the Mariners are able to get 4 runs in there. And now they have a very comfortable 7-0 lead, which is, in my opinion, still not enough. Oh, I got to do my 30 push ups now. All right. We are back. And now we got a new pitcher. That's going to be Davila up to the plate. So because the Mariners have a 7-0 lead, it's very unlikely that Brian Woo's going to be pitching. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. Mariners are now in the 10th round, just 18 minutes ago from Stanford University. They just picked Eric Jayon. He's a second baseman. 10th round pick. You can't really expect much out of him. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And now there's going to be a blooper, and that is going to be caught by Victor Robles. And he hustles to it, and that's going to be 2 outs. Now here's Mesa Jr. up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. As now we're at 0-1 for Mesa Jr. And time has been called. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be a ground ball. Going to be a tough play. Here's Naylor to Davila. And that's going to be in time and an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners. And we will go back. We will go into the top of the inning. That's going to be the top of the 5th inning. A very easy 1-2-3 inning.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos autenticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
Now we're at 0-1 as we're back from the break. Here's Mitch Garver. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. They just brought in another reliever in Roycroft. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Oh, check swing. Did he go? He did go, and that's going to be strike 3. Now it's Cole Young up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. He's going to have to run for it. And now the throw to first. That's going to be in time. That was that was an out right there. And now we've got 2 outs. We got Victor Robles up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now we got 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 1-1. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be fouled again. It's 1-2 again. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and it's going to be easy play throw to first. That's going to be in time. It's going to retire the side. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Now we're going to go into the very next inning. It's going to do 10 because I'm bored. There, I just did my 20. So I have 40 to go. Now we're back from the break, and that's going to be a strike to Walls. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball to Cole Young. Throw to first. It's going to be in time. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike. There's Palacios. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Davila's getting another inning, by the way, because of the fact that Emerson Hancock is a bit hurt. So now we're at 0-2. The pitch. Outside for a ball. As now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And here is Wilson, or Kennedy makes the catch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Now you got a runner on first base with 2 outs, though. As now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That should be easy play. Crawford goes to second, and that's going to be in time. And we are going to go into the top of the 6th inning, and it is still 7-0 Mariners.
Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food, come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you.
And now we are back from the break. Now we got Weston Wilson. He is still playing. Really should be Colt Emerson. Let him bat. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to second base. Throw to first. It's going to be in time, or at least should have let Canzone play. But for Buddy Kennedy, I think you should really let Colt Emerson play. Just let him play. Nope. It's going to be Kennedy again. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike two. Crawford is now on deck. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike three. Now here's J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And that's going to be 1-1. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. All right, what are we at? Jared says, I'm seeing trade movers and rumors involving Sonny Gray and the Astros. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. I'm seeing trade rumors involving Sonny Gray and the Astros. Astros managed to pull within a half game of the Mariners for second place in the division last night, and they still have Masters in their lineup. If they get any good pitchers, the AL worst is on notice. I am horrified. Now we're in the bottom of the sixth, and it's time for me to go to the bathroom.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki with barbecue chicken. Put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki. Tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta, cheese. Or eat your hearts. And the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
Now we're back from the break, and Gabe Spires on the mound, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Mariners are using every bit of their bullpen just in case. No, they are just using every bit of them. Now the pitch, low for a ball. And now it's going to be the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young. Go to first. That's going to be in time. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. As now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. 2-0 for Caminero. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now it's going to be 3-1 to count. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. 3-2 the count. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. Ball 4. And now we got Junior Caminero on first base. This could be a start of something, you know. You just never know. Anything can happen. Here we are in the bottom of the 6th. Got Cedric Mullins up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. We're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now it's 2-1 to count. Now the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, but Robles is going to be there and makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away. Now we got Chase Simpson up to the plate. And that's going to be popped up, and that's going to be a foul ball. As now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're looking at the next pitch. 0-2 to Simpson. Low for a ball. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Should be easy play to second. It will be. And now it's going to be going into the top of the 7th inning. And Gabe Spire had a pretty solid inning himself. And we are back from the break. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Randy Rosarena is up to the plate, who previously hit a home run. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. And the pitch. Oh, inside. That nearly hit Cal Raleigh. That's going to be ball 1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a blooper. Nope, caught by the shortstop. And that's going to be 2 away already. And low. That's going to be inside for a ball. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to the shortstop throw to first. It's going to be in time, and that is going to be a 1-2-3 inning. And it is time for the 7th inning stretch. Everyone join me and take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because they're up 7-0. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hello, hello. Oh no, said we gotta go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, hello, way. Oh, baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. No, she's not. Catch a ship across the sea. Sail on that ship all alone. We never, never will make it home. Away, away. No, 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 no. We gotta go. Oh no. Away. And we are back from the break. All right, we got Mesa Jr. up to the plate. Now we got Mesa Jr. We're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. And popped up. And Kennedy makes the catch, and that's gonna be it's gonna be 1 out. And that's gonna be a foul ball. Now the pitch. It's gonna be a ground ball foul. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now we're at 3-2 to Walls. And the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, but Robles is there and he's going to make the catch. That's going to be 2 away. That's going to be foul. That's going to be 1-0. As we're at 1-0. And the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And nope, he's not going to challenge it. A little bit surprised by that. Now we're at 1-1 the pitch. Low for a ball. Now we're at 2-1, and that's going to be up high for a ball. Now it's 3-1. And the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. Rucker cannot get them. Well, Rucker just disappointed. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. As now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. We're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be strike 3 at the dirt. And that's going to retire the side. And we are going to go into the top of the 8th inning. Still 7-0 Mariners.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza.
And now we are back from the break. Now here's Garver, and that's going to be a ground ball fielded by a second baseman. Throw to first. Oh, that gets away. That should be an error as Mitch Garver gets a little bit lucky, and he's on first base. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. And the pitch. And that's going to be 1-1 for Cole Young. Cole Young batting .254 with 11 home runs. He's played very well this season for the Mariners. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball. Go to second and go to first. That's going to be in time for the double play. Already wiped out. Now the pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. That's going to be up high for a ball. And the pitch. That's going to be way low for a ball. Because now we're at 2-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 2-2 for Victor Robles, who was 0 for 2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch. Low for a ball. Ball 3. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. And it's going to go to first in time. A very boring inning for the Mariners. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal,
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Now we're back from the break, and now we got Eduardo Bizardo going against Yandy Diaz. It's going to be the top of the lineup. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Now we're at 2-1. The pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Like, where was J.P. Crawford as he let that through, and Cole Young was trying to cover the range because J.P. has no range. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to deep left field. And that is gone. A home run for the Tampa Bay Rays. And now they just got themselves on the board. It's the Mariners 7 and Tampa Bay 2. Not a good start for this inning. And now that lead just gets cut quite a bit. Did not like that at all. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a foul ball. Oh boy, how many comments did I miss? Woo! And that's going to be a foul ball. I was writing a thank you note to the Jody Allens and the Paul Allens. Oh, Emerson Hancock got injured on a comebacker. Should be okay, but it affected his throwing arm at least. At least he didn't get severely hurt, but we'll just have to see what happens. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Down goes Caminero. Yep, Mariners that drafted that. Anyone know why? Yep, he only pitched for a little bit. Comebacker. I see someone's paying attention. That's a flick of the switch thing to say. For this year's All-Star game, MLB slogan is saying that this year's for the people. Well, baseball is not for the team. We have seen that in the past 2 days, but we're suddenly cooking today. The pitch, low for a ball. Off in La La Land. Thinking about those push-ups and squats. I'm flattered that you think that. As now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. We're at 2-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball, ball 3. Bizzardo is struggling quite a bit. I must tell you that. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to right field and fouled. That was absolutely going to be a bomb of a hit. And the pitch. And a liner. And that is caught by Josh Naylor. Nice play. Now we got Chase Simpson up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. As now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And there's going to be a ground ball. And that is going to be out. And Bizzardo was able to get him out. And that is going to retire the side. But however, Tampa Bay has given up a couple. Or they have bombed. They got 2 runs. And now it's going to be 7-2 going into the top of the 9th inning. Mariners cannot possibly blow this game. And we are back from the break. Now here's Weston Wilson. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. And swing and a miss. As we're at now 1-2. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. And a 2-2, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Now we're at Kennedy, who is up to the plate. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And now it's going to be, foul ball. Oh, it's going to be a fair ball. Kennedy with a base hit. And now we got a runner on second base with 1 out. Let's get some more insurance runs, because we've seen that a 5-run lead is clearly not enough for the Mariners these days. Now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Oh, low for a ball. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So now we're at 1-2. And that's going to be a fair ball. And that is going to bring in Kennedy. And the Mariners have now extended that lead to make it 8-2. Crawford with the double. And that is 3 RBIs for J.P. Crawford, as the Mariners now take an 8-2 lead. Nice to get some insurance. Oh, what do we got here? Look, we may not have the Mariners players tomorrow's night home run derby, but we have the alumni home run derby on August 7th. Yep, that's true. Now the pitch. And popped up, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2, and the pitch. And that's going to be fouled again. And nothing. As we're at 0-2 for a Rosarena. Let's get another big one going. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. And the 1-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. And the pitch. And the pitch. And fouled again. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is going to be 2 outs. Now it's going to be Cal Raleigh. And you know for sure that I think he is going to try to go for that home run because why not? Now here's big dumper to the plate. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be a foul ball. Now it's going to be 0-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be strike 2. He is clearly going for a home run. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Now it's 2-2. Now the pitch. And fouled again. We're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball, 3-2. Still 3-2. Now the pitch. And now here's the fly ball and fouled again. He just can't get that home run. You would probably assume he's probably going to strike out at this point. Now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And popped up and fouled once again. Why did I say foul? Oh, it was, I think it hit the roof. Got some laughs. That's what it did. Now we're at 3-2. No, nothing doing. Giants. Then we got the Reds that they're hosting. Now we're at 3-2. And the pitch. And check swing. Did he go? Nope, he did not. It's going to be a walk. Good at bat by Cal Raleigh fighting it off. Now it's Josh Naylor. Now I want to see how many shows I have done for the Mariners this season. I am now at 52 shows. The World Cup really did ruin my scheduling, and my softball season also has. I'm likely going to miss every single Giants game this coming weekend. And the Reds, I think I might be able to do no, I'm going to miss the Monday one for Suarez. Maybe I'll do it. I'm not sure. Tuesday, I'm probably going to miss it. Wednesday, I'm definitely going to miss it. And as for the Texas Rangers, as it goes into the 24th, I am definitely going to miss the Rangers one. 25th, I will likely be doing the Rangers game. And Sunday, I'll do the Rangers game. But now I'm on 52 shows. And I am now on pace for 85. Yeah, the 100 goal is just not likely at this point. It looks like they're going into the bullpen, too. And we are back from the break. We got Kevin Kelly up to the plate. It's going to be Josh Naylor. Now here's Naylor. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And the pitch. Low for a ball. And the pitch. Low again for a ball. Now we're at 3-0. The pitch. Outside for a ball. Ball 4. Now the bases are going to be loaded for Mitch Garver. If only it was Cole Young up to the plate. Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me. Now we got Mitch Garver to the plate. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be easy play throw to first. And that gets away. Unless that was a foul ball. And it was a foul ball, which is why it was thrown away so easily. Now we got Mitch Garver to the plate. The pitch. Outside for a ball. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. And that's going to be 2-1. Is now we're at 2-1. And a pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to deep left field. Is that going to be fair? No, will not be. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. And now it's going to be a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be caught. Diving catch. Saving in a bunch of runs. And that is going to retire the side. Andres Munoz is now going to be on the mound because why not, I guess. Don't know how to feel about that, though. I guess we'll see, but I wouldn't be so sure. Now we're bottom of the 9th inning. Last try for the Rays. And we are back from the break. Here's Munoz. He's been struggling this season, and this will not be a save opportunity. And we'll see if he can actually finish this, which would be heavily preferred. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-1. And the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. It looks like they're challenging the call. Mitch Garver thinks it could be. And it's going to actually be a strike. 0-2. Good call by Mitch Garver. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. That's going to be 1 away. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike to Taylor Walls. And the pitch. That's going to be 0-2. And the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left field. Not deep enough. Rosarena makes the catch. And now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 2-0. And the pitch. And that's going to be outside. It's going to be 3-0 now. Now we got Fiducia as we got a walk. Yeah, one more out, and the last time the Mariners won this game was literally last Sunday. when they were leading the division. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. 102 mile an hour fastball for Andres Munoz. As now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Now Munoz is struggling to find that strike zone. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 2-2. And that's fouled again. As the Rays are down to their final strike. We're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And fouled again. And this game just won't die, won't it? Because it won't. Because why not? As we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And fouled again. Now it's 2-2. And the pitch. Oh, ball 3, 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the ball game is over. The Mariners finally break their losing streak with a huge win over the Tampa Bay Rays, 8-2. Thanks in part to RBIs by J.P. Crawford, home run by Weston Wilson, and a huge home run by Randy Arozarena. I am going to say that I'm very, very happy and finally say that they won a freaking game. And that way the Astros won't be creeping as much unless they win their game against the Texas Rangers. But you kind of want the Astros to win anyway. So that way the Mariners can inch closer to that division once again. It's a good way to at least end the half-ish with a victory. And they finally got out of this terrible, must I say, a terrible losing streak where they lost 5 in a row. Weston Wilson was the winning moment when he hit that huge home run. Well, anyways, I am going to take off. I got to get moving. But everyone, thank you very much for watching it. Thanks for dealing with my shenanigans as always. And everyone, go Mariners. Going to the All-Star break.
What a win for the Mariners. If you intend to go to the next Mariners game or any event, use my promo code Rooftop Sports to get $20 off the purchase. And go Mariners!